Are you looking for the best indoor security cameras? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best indoor security cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. TPLLink Tapo C120. The C120 can stream and record video at up to 2K resolution, supports two-way audio, with a slight lag, and has a slot for up to 512GB microSD cards to keep recordings local. This affordable security camera has a starlight sensor that offers impressive color night vision, smart detection, people, pets, and vehicles, without a subscription, and an IP66 rating, which means you can also use it outdoors, provided you can run the power cable. The handy base is easy to wall mount, can sit on a shelf, and is magnetic. There is no need to spend more than this to keep an eye on an entrance or a specific room in your home. Motion detection is reliable, and you can tweak the sensitivity and customize the notifications you receive. The video is crisp, but the frame rate maxes out at 20 frames per second, so fast-moving subjects sometimes appear blurry. You can set activity and privacy zones in the Tapo app, and there's AI detection to recognize people, pets, vehicles, and the sound of a baby crying. Sadly, rich notifications, including a snapshot, are bundled with the optional Tapo Care subscription, along with 30 days of cloud storage for clips, and it's expensive at $3.50 per month for a single camera or $12 per month for up to 10 cameras. There is no HomeKit or Eufy support, but it works with Google Home and Amazon Alexa, though it was a little slow to load the stream on my Nest Hub. This camera also supports the Open Real-Time Streaming Protocol, RTSP. Number 2. Arlo Essential Indoor Security Camera, 2nd Gen. With a compact design, clear video, and two-way audio, this camera from Arlo matches our top pick on features and performs reliably well. It can sit on a shelf or be wall-mounted, has a privacy shutter that comes down when the camera is not in use, and stores video in the cloud. Footage is detailed, and there's no blurring on motion. The frame rate is 24 frames per second. Arlo's 2nd generation essential indoor cameras come in 2 varieties, the cheaper 1080p camera and a pricier 2K model. I'm a fan of the app for its ease of use, loading speeds, and 2-factor authentication, enabling you to log into the live feed with your fingerprint or face scan, phone permitting. There's also a built-in siren and smart home integration for Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Eufy, but not Apple HomeKit. Unfortunately, cloud storage, accurate subject detection, and smart animated alerts require an expensive Arlo Secure subscription at $8 per month for a single camera. It's a bit more palatable if you have multiple Arlo devices, as it costs $13 per month for unlimited cameras. For folks with video doorbells or other cameras from Arlo, this camera is an obvious pick to keep things in a single app. But the lack of local storage might be a turnoff, and there are occasionally a few seconds of lag on the live feed. Number 3. Blink Mini 2. The Blink Mini 2, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, brings a few crucial improvements over its predecessor that earn it a recommendation here. Better image quality with a wider field of view, up from 110 to 143 degrees, enhanced low-light performance, with an optional spotlight, and on-device person detection, fewer false positives. Amazon's Blink turns out some of the most compact security cameras available, and this rounded square comes with a circular base for easy mounting, or it can sit unobtrusively on a shelf. Footage is 1080p at up to 30 frames per second, and I found it clear, even in low light. You can also set activity and privacy zones, and the two-way audio is passable, though the sound quality isn't great. I also appreciate the option to log into the app with biometrics, phone permitting. The catch is that you really need the subscription at $3 per month or $30 per year for a single camera, or $10 a month or $100 a year for unlimited cameras. You can technically record locally, if you purchase a sync module too, $50, and insert a USB flash drive, but without a subscription, your live feed is limited to 5 minutes with no record option, videos are much slower to load, you don't get person detection, and you can't share clips. Number 4. Google Nest Cam, Wired, Indor. With an understated style, Google's Indoor Nest Cam comes in a few elegant finishes, including one with a maple wood base, to help it blend in with your decor. It has HDR, the 1080p video quality is clear at 30 frames per second, and night vision kicks on automatically when the lights are out. There's also two-way audio, enforced two-factor authentication, and accurate detection to alert you about people, animals, or vehicles. You can install and use the Nest Cam through the Google Home app, and it's quick to load on Nest displays or a Chromecast with Google. It's even now accessible via a web interface. You only get 3 hours of history unless you sign up for a Nest Aware subscription, which now costs $8 per month, $80 per year, for 30 days of event video history and familiar face alerts, but that covers all your Nest devices. You can also use the camera in a Nest Hub Max as an indoor security camera. Once you have tagged familiar faces, your notifications include their names, which is handy, and can be reassuring. It's good to know when your kids get home versus when an unfamiliar face. It's not 100% accurate, but it's closer than any other camera I have tested. Sadly, there's no local storage option, and the thing that really sets it apart, familiar faces, requires a relatively expensive subscription. It also lacks a privacy shutter. Try not to buy it at full price, as it's frequently on sale. Number 5. TPLLink Tapo Pan/Tilt AI Camera. With a compelling range of features, including video at up to 2K and 30 frames per second, 360 degrees of pan and 149 degrees of tilt, and local storage on a microSD card, up to 512 gigabytes, this camera unseats the Wisecam Pan V3 as my favorite panning camera. The live feed is consistently quick to load, and image quality is excellent if you select the higher resolution and frame rate and toggle on HDR in the app. You can also set waypoints for the camera to patrol through on your chosen schedule, and the automatic subject tracking is top-notch. The onboard AI can categorize by motion, person, pet, or vehicle, and you can set an alert when a line is crossed. The two-way audio is relatively clear and lag-free, and there's sound detection too, baby, pet, or glass breaking. There's also a large image sensor, TP-Link calls it the Starlight sensor, for clear image capture in low light. The privacy mode prompts the camera lens to rotate inside, so you know you aren't being recorded. On the downside, a Tapo Care subscription, starting from $3.50 a month or $35 a year for one camera, is required for cloud storage, rich notifications with snapshots in them, and easy video filtering. Everything else is available without a subscription, making this an excellent local recording option, but it's a real shame that the rich notifications are behind the paywall. This camera is usually cheaper on Amazon under the model name C225, but it also appears as TC73 sometimes. Number 6. Eufy Indor Cam S350. This feature-packed camera from Eufy is likely overkill for most folks, but it's an impressively versatile device. It combines a regular camera with a 130-degree field of view that can go up to 4K with a 2K telephoto lens that provides 3x optical zoom. It also has 360-degree pan and 75-degree tilt controls, AI tracking that works well, and support for up to 4 preset positions it can patrol through, including the default it returns to after tracking a subject out of frame. There's also privacy mode, two-way audio, and onboard AI to detect people, pets, and sounds. You can record locally with a microSD card up to 128 gigabytes, not included, hook it up to a Homebase 3, sold separately, or subscribe for cloud storage from $3 per month. The footage is crisp and detailed enough to zoom in on, though bright areas like sun streaming in a window can appear blown out. Because the frame rate is 15, sometimes fast-moving subjects appear blurry. The motion detection is reliable, and you can set up privacy zones in the app. Notifications are swift and come with a thumbnail if you don't mind uploading to the cloud, it is optional. I sometimes noticed a slight lag on the live feed, and sound quality could be better. There is no HomeKit support, but you get Alexa and Google Assistant, though the camera was very slow and sometimes failed to load for me via Google. Note, after a security researcher identified cloud uploads from a local-only device and a report warned of video streaming without encryption following a bug in May 2021 that exposed some camera feeds to other Eufy users, we stopped recommending the brand. After initial denials, parent company Anchor acknowledged and fixed the issues, overhauled its policies, and instituted a bug bounty program. We spoke with third-party security researcher Ralph Echemendia, who was hired to conduct an audit, and have decided to start testing Eufy cameras again. Number 7. Ring Indoor Cam. Folks with a Ring doorbell should consider this affordable Ring camera if they need something inside the home, as it means you can keep everything in one app. The Ring Indoor Cam, 2nd Gen, records crisp 1080p footage at 24 frames per second, has optional color night vision, and has a privacy shutter you can swivel around when you don't want it recording. You can get motion alerts, pre-roll captures a few seconds before each event, two-way audio is decent, and the Ring Indoor Cam has a built-in siren. Customizable zones are handy if you need them. The Ring app is feature-packed but can be slow to load the live feed and somewhat confusing to navigate, though there are good in-app tutorials. Unfortunately, cloud storage for your videos and the best features, like person alerts and rich notifications, require a Ring Protect plan, $5 per month for one camera or $10 per month for all your cameras and doorbells. I don't recommend this camera without the plan, as you are limited to the live feed, motion alerts, and two-way audio. The perfect spot is vital for this camera because it has a relatively limited 115-degree horizontal and 59-degree vertical field of view, and there is no HDR, so bright areas can blow out.